first of all, donors are not a monolithic group at all. A one-size-fits-all strategy for raising funds or gaining support just does not fit in this marketplace anymore. There are much more proclivities within a donor base than people had thought, and marketing on those proclivities is what's going to bring about a successful strategy. It's no longer about demographics that define donors. In fact, demographics do not generate, they're not as divisive as actual behaviors are right now. And what we saw in the data and what we're seeing in the organizations that we advise is that there are three main behaviors that permeate through the population of high dollar donors. They're your relationship seekers, they're your casual connectors, and then they're your all business group. Your relationship seekers are those individuals that are really looking for a new best friend in the organization that they support. They want tons of information, they want to be in the know. There's no email that you shouldn't send them. I mean, they really want to be the holder of all that information. They're almost information hoarders in that regard. At the complete other end of the spectrum are your all business individuals, and those are the donors that want a transactional relationship with your organization. They want you to cut you a check once or twice a year, whatever their giving strategy is, and they want to be done. They probably would appreciate a tax receipt coming in to remind them around tax time of what they gave. They probably want to see how their money was spent, but besides that, they're not looking for a relationship with your organization. These individuals give the largest dollar amount of the three groups, and they're also multi-channel givers. They're not just giving online, they are giving offline via mail and other means. And these are individuals that are going to your website and are researching the organization before they cut the check, but they're not staying in touch with you in between donations. Then in the middle you have your casual connectors, which are the largest and perhaps the hardest to harness. Think of these individuals as your swing voters. They would definitely want a relationship, but they're not looking for a new best friend. They're not quite at the all business end, meaning they're not just transactional. They want to know about the organization. They're definitely researching their giving decisions online prior to making the donation. And these two are multi-channel donors. This is the group that really needs the attention to capture and harness and understand. And these three groups, the size, the fallout of someone's donor file is going to vary based on group. There are some sectors of the nonprofit world that have a higher portion of all business individuals within their donor base. There are those that have a higher portion of relationship seekers, and that varies. And an organization understanding how their population falls out is going to be well suited to put together a smart fundraising strategy. What we've been hearing is that organizations are finding themselves in a position where they're talking to a population in a very, very noisy marketplace. They're competing for a sliver of donors' attention, and they're really looking to score their database and understand how their donors and how their prospects fall out so they can apply a more customized strategy for raising money. They aren't looking towards that single message. They're looking towards a multi-phase, multi-message campaign that is, includes offline to online recruitment of monies, that recruits that involves, different touch points, not just a website, but a social media outlet. We're also seeing organizations really take the time to understand the components of their website that matter, and the portions that donors really pick up on, and what portions that prospects pick up on, because what a donor and what a prospect think of a website and what's powerful to them on a website and what they notice is very different from what an organization thinks is powerful or thinks that a donor is going to notice. And you have very, very limited opportunities to capture someone's attention when they hit the website. You don't have much time at all, and you probably only have one shot at it because they're probably not going to be coming back to your website. And donor organizations are really trying to up the ante in making their website more inspiring so donors have a reason to become more engaged in it.